Hey, welcome. Today we're going to start the October vibes early. We're going to unbox these TMNT Universal Monsters. I have Mikey as the mummy and Leo as the hunchback. So let's get to it. We're going to do Mikey first because he's smaller, so it'll be a little easier. Came with this background. It's pretty dark. A brick wall with an ancient Egyptian flower pot or a jug or an urn or whatever, but also a bunch of pizzas. And I think those are steps, but it's really dark. But that's just the background. What matters is this guy's awesome. Came out like a couple years ago now, or maybe a year ago. Came down in price a little. I got him about a month ago. So he's got the nunchucks. Those are they onks? I think that's what they're called. It's an Egyptian symbol. This extra head is like impossible to get out. So this one is meant to mimic, I think it's a Donatello head that's really old from the movie, that's decayed, that was popular online when this came out. That's dope, I like that head a lot. Let's see how hard it is to get this guy out. Or maybe first we'll get the snake. That's dope. Cobra, it's about 7 inches, so the same as the figure, but he twists up so he can wrap around him. That's awesome, I really love that accessory. Some extra wraps that can hang off him. And now to try and get this guy out. Awesome. Head's a little loose, but that gives it a bit of a better range of motion. He feels like a mummy, if that makes sense. Like he's barely being held together, kind of. Just the head. Creeping hands, I guess. The fingers kind of popping out. Put this light back up. The boxes just reflect this light, so I have to point it away for a bit. He looks awesome. He's got holding hand, hold his nunchuck. It's dope. I like the yellow detail on the nails. So I'm opening these guys for some inspiration, because through October I'm going to be making my own Universal Monsters. I'm going to do ones that I've done before, but different, and with different turtles, and then some that I've never done, and some that NECA has done, but some that NECA has never done, but they probably will in a year or two. We'll see. So that's Mikey as the mummy. I already have Raph as Frankenstein's monster, and now we're going to take a look at Leo as the hunchback. I still don't have a Donnie one. I got this a few months ago, and he was like 65% off, so that's why I got him. Recently they have the Leo as the creature from the Black Lagoon, which I would have rather had, but I already got this guy, and Raph is the Wolfman, but I already had a Raph and a Leo, so I gotta collect all 4 turtles. Next I'll be looking for Donnie, but I'm gonna make all 4 of my own, coming very soon, starting next week. Look at this detail. He's got the lock on there to open up his shell, but it opens without unlocking the lock. I don't think he comes with a key, but then you can put some of his stuff in there. There's a little latch on there. That's awesome, where you can just hide your own stuff in there if you don't want your mom to find something. So don't show her that shell opens. The swords go through the shell instead of having a holster on the back. I'll take a better look at his shell and Mikey's shell. The detail on his belt looks like an Optimus, but it's maybe a samurai mask. I don't know. It's small. It's hard to tell. It's got different hieroglyphics and stuff on his back, and then different pieces holding his shell together. I've made a hunchback, but I made Mikey as the hunchback, and I made him as Quasimodo, not he's Hugo is Dr. Frankenstein's hunchback assistant, maybe. So these two go together, like story-wise. But also, he comes with a skull. That's dope. And he's got the chain on his ankle, because Dr. Frankenstein doesn't let him really roam around. Keeps him locked up in the basement laboratory. Comes with a brain in a jar. That's a big brain, considering this brain would have to fit into this skull. Awesome nonetheless. I guess it's the size of his brain. Now we have some more accessories. They're taped in. 2 shovels, a bone, some extra hands, and some fire. Well, the fire can go on his swords. Flaming swords, or sword torches, I guess. That's cool, but maybe I'll just use these to make like regular torches, because I'm never gonna pose him with these on his swords. These shovels are dope. I like the texture, and they're beat up. And stitching on the hands and staples. That's dope. So closed fist hands, pointing hands, and holding stuff hands. That's sick. Bone got a crack, but it doesn't come apart. I think the crack's supposed to be there. That's sick. So I'm really excited about having these guys. I gotta find a place to display them together. I still need to get a Donnie. I guess Donnie as the Invisible Man. I made a Donnie as the Invisible Man. but he's not as big as these guys, so he doesn't really match them. But I'll get that eventually. Maybe wait till the next Mikey, the next Donnie, because he'll probably be even doper. Who knows who he'll be? So next week I'm gonna start with a version of Mikey as, well, you're gonna have to wait and see. He's gonna be a universal monster, and I'm gonna use different turtles than I've used before for the universal monsters, and it's gonna be dope. And I've been excited to get started on these for all month this month, so I'm gonna get to work right away. And thanks a lot for watching. Until next time, remember, always keep your head up. Peace.